to Whey Academy 2018 commencement. We're very proud that you're all here. Our first year, our first graduating class. We're very excited. I wanted to first recognize our board members. We have Michael Murray, our board president, seated right over there. Renee Torres and Jacqueline Naylor could not be here, but they also serve on the board. And Sheila Flanagan is our treasurer. And to give you your welcome address, I wanted to introduce our director, Paul Trajembo Jr.
The welcome tonight is a little bit different in the sense that this is a first time, not only for them to graduate, but for anybody to graduate from the Whey Academy East. So this is a huge, huge event that we've been able to accomplish this. On behalf of the Board of Directors from Whey and Drive 1, I welcome you to this occasion, the inaugural Whey Academy East commencement ceremony. It is truly a momentous occasion that this has occurred and that it is occurring here at this site. As most of you know, this year has been a challenge. There was a lot of uphill learning going on in order to get to this point, and not just for the kids, but for all of us to be able to pull this off. And we appreciate all of the patience and all of the help of all of the individuals that have been involved in making that happen. I'd like to thank David Fisher from Suburban Collection, Fred Bentley from Ingersoll Rand, Carol Dorian from Dorian Ford, Mark O'Brien from Roy O'Brien Ford, Product Development from Fiat Chrysler, Dave Winfield, who's here from Winfield Machining, Paul Lee from Gabbard's Concrete, Leo Zinda from Ring and Pinion Shop, Al Bueller from Matco Tools, R.J. Schmer from Worth, especially Nancy Lockhart and John Ray and Dave Fisher from Exalta Coatings. All of them have made this a possibility, among many, many others. And we thank all of you for helping to get us through this. As far as the year goes, I think there's a few things that we need to state. All of you that are in front of me that are graduating tonight took a huge leap of faith in order to come here your last year. It would be one thing to come as an 8th, 9th, 10th grader, but to walk away after 11 years from where you were, whatever school that may be, to do your last year as a senior here in this program, that says a lot about you. Not only do I appreciate it, but you made a big commitment to making this happen, and you made a big impact on what happened here. What we were able to accomplish is amazing. We started in September with an all high school student pit crew in Indianapolis, Indiana. It was 110 heat index. Remember that, Mr. Arnone? Yeah, a little warm. Zurich remembers it. I know Alexis does. It was hot. The car was hot. It was hot. We were hot. But when it was all over and they were giving us a standing ovation as they carried our pit stall away to the trailer from all of the professionals that do this, that's a pretty amazing statement for them to have accomplished. Less than a month later, we worked with Exalta and Nancy Lockhart to put together a vehicle, pedal car, that was painted by the students and assembled to go to SEMA to present to Dale Earnhardt Jr. for a retirement gift from Exalta. We had a very limited amount of time to pull that off. We were able to complete it, and to our surprise, they provided us with the capital to take three students to Las Vegas and actually present it to him live. That was a 26-hour round trip. I don't think I want to sign up for that one again, but it was pretty good. My legs aren't ready for another 26 hours, especially on that plane. That was the second thing we went to. And then we turned around and created something that we had wanted to do for a long time. We turned around and created a design, a clay model, and actually used the fabricating tools and welders to make 2 pedal cars that are before you tonight. Those were created to go down to the North American Auto Show and unveil the color of the year for 2018 from Exalta Coatings. It took everything we had and the junior high students to create the wooden display that they sat on. It was an amazing matrix of everything coming together in this program and to make it work. Following that, we moved on to taking 4 vehicles down to the Autorama in Detroit. 1 is a challenge, 2 is hard, 4, rough. We took 4 down, all 4 won. In some form or another, all 4 won. Amazing feat, but then we had the junior high group take 24 model cars down and sweep all 6 categories. That was pretty good. We turned around after that and went to Cleveland 3 weeks later. We took 4 different vehicles. Those vehicles went down, and not only did they win, but we did a clay model live in front of the whole entire audience over the 3-day period. Amazing accomplishment. We came back from that, and we ended up going to MITES, which is the Michigan Industrial Education Technology Society contest, which was regional. We finished 1st through 4th in every category for St. Clair County and Macomb County. All of our projects transferred to the state in Lansing. In Lansing, all of our projects finished in the top 10. We came off of that, we went to Shady Bull, and we competed, and we were able to finish far enough up in a 200-lap race that suddenly we were leading the points for Rookie of the Year. We turned around from that, and we went back to Salem, which is one of the 3 high bank tracks in North America. Bristol, Salem, Winchester. We've done all 3. Mr. Hogan can explain what the motor looks like coming apart at Winchester. We've done all 3. We went down. Not only did we place, we got our first top 10, and that car qualified for the All-Star Series for the whole country. Folks, these people didn't put in a year. They aren't making a commitment on graduation. They're making a statement on what's occurred in this program this year. Throughout it all, they have worked through Whey's platform and HERO program to meet all of the requirements for the state of Michigan to receive their diploma tonight. For some of them, that meant a lot of late hours. For some of them, that meant a lot of cramming. And for some of them, it made a lot of, uh-oh, we got to make up for lost time. When it was all said and done, all 14 of our seniors are sitting before you tonight, and all 14 of our seniors met those requirements. That's a huge accomplishment to meet 100%. None of this would be possible without the Whey Academy, without the leadership of Whey Academy, with all of the people that have been involved with Drive, all the people that have volunteered and helped. I thank you for all of it, and my final words to you are this. If you can take your commitment, your stamina, and desire, as you have shown in the last 9 months, and go with that forward from this point, there is nothing any one of you cannot accomplish. You will be very successful.
I'm a 1981 graduate of Roseville, Carl Brablick, and we had wood shop, we had metal shop, and of course auto shop. And what Paul and the team here, Jennifer, did, I think it's just truly amazing. A little story about my history of as being a car buff. Back in the senior year, I bought a 1971 AMC Javelin, and I bought it from one of the guys that was in the auto shop back in 1979. And first week I drove that car, I blew out the transmission. Obviously, I was not a student of the of an auto shop, so I just wanted to give you that little story. I just commend all the work you guys do. I wish you guys a lot of luck. I hear the success amongst you guys are going to be great, and congratulations to the 2018 class.
I was the 3rd of my siblings to graduate, and my parents wanted each of us to go on to college and to get a college education. Nobody in my family had ever gone to college before. So my brother did not go, my sister did not go. So when it was my turn to go, my parents basically did not give me a choice, and they said, "You're going to college." So one of the challenges that I had to overcome, and my father really had to overcome because he was my advocate, was my high school counselor. My high school counselor told my father that I was not of the material, I did not have the stamina to be successful in college, that I should not consider going to college, but should consider doing something else. So needless to say, my father was not happy with that statement, and he was determined to get me into a college, which he did. I ended up going to Western Illinois University. I'm originally from Illinois, and I graduated there with a bachelor's in elementary education. So that was a challenge that I overcame. And now today, as Jody said, her and I have a history at Oakland University, and I'm going to be joining Jody this fall in the PhD program. So I went from a high school counselor saying I didn't have a chance to graduate from college to earning my PhD at Oakland University. Then the other challenge I want to talk to you about is the challenge of Paul and the challenges that he had and the Drive One program in coming to this facility, and all of the people that doubted the success of Paul and Drive One, and doubted that they could have a successful program where not only kids got skilled trades, but they also got their high school diploma. And then next we have the challenges of Whey Academy. And when Whey Academy came to here to Drive One and was meeting with families, we also had challenges. Parents were asking us, well, do you have an accreditation? Is your high school accredited? Will my child receive an accredited high school diploma? Will that diploma be good? Be good to get into a college or a university or some type of program afterwards? And all of these challenges are not bad things. Don't look at them in a negative way. They're actually positive. Challenges are positive. And so you're probably wondering, why am I talking about all of these challenges and what point am I really getting to? And the one thing I want all of you to remember in life is that struggles, challenges, and hard times offer you unique opportunities to learn and grow. You have grown mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Remember, you cannot grow without struggle. You cannot get stronger without resistance. These opportunities will force you to become better, smarter, stronger, and stable. I want to thank our director, Paul, and all of his team with Drive One and everything they've done this year for all of the kids here. They should be very proud, and we're very proud of Paul and his team and all the work they've done. I also want to thank our team leader and teacher, Jody, who has put in many hours of helping kids and finding answers for them and just going above and beyond. And I also want to thank our special ed director over here and our teacher, Mara Lee, who came here to service students all year. And again, her and her team always go above and beyond. So thank all of you for all of your hard work that you've put in to all of these graduates sitting here this evening. But most of all, oh, go ahead. They do deserve a round. Thank you. But most of all, everyone that I just named believed in all of our students and knowing they could accomplish this milestone. Not one time did we ever hear that nobody's going to make it or that nobody can do what they set out to do. So we've always believed in all of you from the first time you walked through the door. But most of all, we want to thank all of the graduates. We don't want to leave them out because they're the ones that actually did the work that needed to be done. So congratulations to all of you. And I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
So tonight we have a very special guest. She's seated on the stage. Her name is Nancy Lockhart, and she's the color marketing manager of Axalta Coating Systems. And what that means is that she's been a leader of Axalta's global Color Marketing Group. She collaborates with colleagues in every region as well as Axalta's worldwide automotive customers. In her role, she remains at the cutting edge of automotive coating color development so that customers have both access to valuable trend data as well as the latest developments in color science and production innovation. Nancy has enthusiasm for color coatings and a love for cars. Her distinguished colored career began in color formulation and development at Axalta Mount Clemens manufacturing facility. There she received hands-on experience developing color, shading, paint applications, and coating technologies. She's also well-versed in environmental regulations regarding coatings and their relation to auto manufacturing. Her respect for nature and the environment influenced her view into automotive color inspirations. Nancy is a lead member of the team annually producing Axalta's worldwide color popularity report and Axalta's Automotive Color of the Year release. As an automotive color historian, she has knowledge of past coating technologies and trends, and she authored a historical look at the influence of science and design on automotive color. That article appeared in Paintings and Coatings Industry magazine. Supporting the future of the industry, Nancy supports working with students that strive to work in automotive, including many of our students in Drive One TechCenter. Axalta helped us and sent our kids to Las Vegas to paint the pedal car, so we're very honored that her company and that she supports our students. She holds a Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Science and Earth Science from Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo. She became a recent member of the editorial advisory board for Paint and Coatings magazine.
Well, it's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight with you, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it very much. It's a special day for our graduates and their families and friends, and I congratulate you on your enormous accomplishments, and I welcome you on this very special moment in your life, one that you'll remember forever. Today you walked in as a student, but you'll walk out as a graduate. So as the very first graduating class of Drive One in the Whey Academy, today marks an important moment in time that will be remembered and referenced by future generations of graduates. And personally, it marks, for you, it marks the moment that as you graduate and launch your career, memorialize your achievements, you embrace your next chapter in life. For us onlookers, it's a day that we cheer the very first class of Drive One and Whey Academy graduates. Congratulations. As I've come to know some of the students, I see the drive and passion is unique to the students in this school. Each student has a focus and an ambition to excel in a skill that was inspired by the automotive industry and industries that support them. Realizing your true pathway into your career is not easy, but here I see that the opportunities to explore different options are abundant, and you are very fortunate to have that. What is also apparent is the fact that this school is like family, and some of you will come back and be mentors for the upcoming students for the years ahead. This is a true testament of the leadership and commitment that is embedded in Drive One in the Whey Academy. Recently, Axalta supported the Kiefer Foundation to eliminate distracted driving. So being focused on the road, not letting other distractions be in your way, will let you arrive to your destination safely. This is also true in your career. Stay focused. There are many distractions along the way, and you may even change courses along the way. But remember, you are at the wheel, and you are driving and navigating to meet your wildest dreams. So destination, success. That's where you're going. And I really applaud you for having the enthusiasm that I have seen and witnessed here in the school. So to start the night out right, I'd just like everyone to stand, and so we can give you a proper applause. Thank you. So, as mentioned, mentioned, I'm the lead person for the color design group for transportation at Axalta. And Axalta is a color company. That is what we do. People say, color is my middle name. We think and breathe color. We have more than 6 million colors that are worked on by coatings experts. And we also have this large portfolio of experience. So when we do this, we find that there's many opportunities to work within color, whether it be painting color, working in the laboratory with color, or actually manufacturing with color. So many of you have had the opportunity to work on the painted vehicles and pedal cars, and you already have the know-how to apply beauty to these surfaces. So that's a leg up for you. Here in Michigan, we have an historic facility just down the road in Mount Clemens, where I work and collaborate with automakers for new colors on vehicles. Car companies work with us to find the perfect color for vehicles. And speaking to many of the students, as I have here over the past few months, I see that many of them already have a dream car in mind and a color selected. So if you're dreaming of that perfect Corvette or Challenger, large truck, maybe GT supercar, there's a color for you. Or maybe one day you'll be styling and developing a color specific for your needs or dream car. Axalta also works with Hendrix Motorsports, as many of you have talked about Dale Earnhardt Jr., and JR Motorsports on paint themes for NASCAR. We have a long-standing relationship with history and sports marketing, and nearly 30 years ago we painted the famous rainbow theme on the number 24 car for Jeff Gordon. Jeff has actually remained a friend and advisor to Axalta, and also works closely with our new drivers, Alex Bowman of the 88 car and William Byron of the 24 car. Drive 1 students have already had the opportunity to use these same paints that are used on NASCAR cars, used in body shops, car dealers that will repair all these scratches, dents, and damages to make them look new and fresh again. Axalta paints more than just cars. We paint pipelines, playgrounds, buildings, appliances, bridges. We even painted the surface on the Panama Canal and the Olympic torch. So why am I saying this? Well, just to let you know, there is a diversity of opportunities found not only in the products, but also the careers that we offer. Imagine what you would like to do and apply your strengths to a company. The possibilities are really endless. When I started with Axalta, I had an environmental science degree, and I wanted to pursue in that field. After learning about color science and design, I quickly moved into color at Axalta. I had no idea that was even a field or something that you could do as a career. My advice is to actively seek out opportunities that are available for you, and then you will find what fits you best. And what you're passionate about is what you will do well in. So why is Axalta speaking at a graduation? Well, we're very proud of our relationship with Drive 1. Our work started not long ago, and we have benefited in so many ways. The students here produced the pedal cars to promote our 2018 Color of the Year, Starlight, this pearlescent white, which we love. That was featured at the North American International Auto Show. It's been to the Ford Product Design Center. It's been in our design center. We've showed it to many designers around the world, and they've seen your work. You did the Axalta Color of the Year by showcasing this from Drive 1, even at the auto show for the Eyes on Design event, which had very good attendance from the top designers in the world. Earlier, I spoke of our relationship with NASCAR. The students here created the one-of-a-kind pedal car Tickle Me Pink for Dale Earnhardt Jr. when him and his wife were expecting a baby girl. The car was presented to Dale at the Drive 1 by students at the show in SEMA. And I love remembering when Dale looked at the car and he almost looked like he was going to cry. He was so taken away by the fact that students had sprayed this car for him. And having that picture taken with you, I thought it was a very memorable moment. And just this week, we released our 2016-2017 sustainability report that included Drive 1 in our report. So we thank you for your incredible talent and collaboration that we've had with you. So whether the color is Starlight, Tickle Me Pink, or the 6 million other colors, colors create emotion. And that's very much a part of what we do when we style colors. We think of emotion and what does it mean. And so even you'll be thinking of your colors of your cap and gown that you're wearing today when you think of graduation. It has special milestones and memories that are associated with color. So as you know, when we developed this color this year, white is the most popular color in the world on cars and has been for 7 years. But it also signifies other things like freedom, innocence, sophistication, and hope. Red is a color that is bold and passionate and very sassy. It's actually our corporate logo color for Axalta. Blue is my favorite color. I always have blue cars. And it's one also associated with depth, stability, loyalty, wisdom, confidence, intelligence, and truth. So when you look back on today, think of those colors and think of hope, passion, and confidence as you start your next chapter in life. So one more color we're going to think about. Let's think about green. What do you think about when you think about green? Many people think about sustainability. We think about growth. And then some of us think about money, the color of money. So as a partner of Drive One, I am thrilled to talk about money. Paul, can you join me? On behalf of Axalta, and in the memory of the class of 2018, I'm very excited to tell you that Axalta is the official paint partner of Drive One, and we're very excited to have that with us. As the official paint partner of Drive One, there's going to be a new spray booth named the Axalta Spray Booth. So we're excited that you're actually going to be able to spray paint here. That hands-on experience is ideal, and so we're very excited that you'll be able to design your own colors and spray your own colors right here in the building. And in order to help with that, John's going to come up here and hand me something. We are donating $20,000. $20,000 will get this booth installed and get it in your building and get it working properly and have you be able to have the proper environmental regulations and everything you need to get that going. But more so, we're also going to have to stock that booth. So in addition to the $20,000, we're going to donate Chromax Easy Paint toners, a mixing machine, Chromax Easy chip decks, paint guns, a mixing table and scale, paint sticks, tinting charts, and more. There'll be plenty. So you all may have to come back and help the students with what you've learned and get some more training in the paint booth. We appreciate your enthusiasm for wanting to learn color and work in automotive paint, and I think this will be a great way for the future of Drive One and the Whey Academy to do that. So congratulations.
Hello, family and friends of 2018 Drive One Technical Center graduates. We gather in this shop where bolts were stripped and Senior, of course, grabbed the torch all the time. The shop where problems became learning curves and soon after turned into solutions. The shop where we learned more than just how to change parts, but how to work as a team. I'm here speaking to you today to tell you about the great times we had, how easy it was to reach the finish. But in all reality, we worked hard for the long nights and days in Indiana, to the long days working to get cars show ready. I mean, Junior, Senior over there, Mr. Pataki, and Miss Jody over here. They always made sure we understood everything down to the very T. We're not only here to congratulate the seniors who graduated from Drive 1, but we're also here to honor the hard work put into this school from these brilliant, well-rounded role models. If we could, please give them a round of applause. We appreciate the patience and leadership you offered to us throughout this past year, especially to myself. See, I first met junior and senior when I moved from Georgia and started to attend Roseville High School. Prior to this, I moved between Michigan and Georgia a couple of times due to my lovely mother, who resides in Georgia, and my father, who inspired me to get into the automotive industry. Upon moving, figuring out what I wanted to do exactly wasn't on my mind until I met Junior in 10th grade. The first day in his shop, he asked me to write an essay on how I would be a valuable part to the pit crew that went to Winchester to run laps on the Nova. At the time, I didn't really know exactly how I would be much help because I didn't know much about cars. But Junior took that opportunity to teach me, even though I didn't think you could be taught so much in just a couple of days and just under 100 laps, but you could be taught. Although we were only able to run these many laps, as Junior mentioned, we violently disassembled the motor in the Nova, slung a couple of push rods out through the oil pan. That was fun. That day I learned how much patience Junior really had for the education of his students and making sure we knew what it meant for us to work hard for our success. Around my 11th grade year, my mother was having health issues and she was going through some rough times. So being the person I am, I dropped out of high school and moved down the south against all my friends and family's teachers' advice to help her through these hard times. While I was down south, I didn't attend school, but I went to work. I quickly noticed that didn't get me too far. And at that time, I realized how important education really was. My amazing and beautiful girlfriend, Hannah Dowd, asked me to move up here. Asked me to move up here with her family, Mr. Rich and Miss Kathy, wherever you guys are. There you go. Rich couldn't make it today, but I know he's here in spirit. I had no idea how things would go, how I was going to be able to get a car or even at least a job. But Hannah made sure that I stayed, sorry, about to cry. But Hannah made sure I stayed focused on that. The time for school came around and I was nervous, but I went to Roseville to enroll until one of Hannah's friends came up and mentioned Junior's new school. At first, I didn't think Junior would open his arms and school up to me like he did, but he just handed me the paperwork and signed me up. From that day forward, it was all uphill. He taught me and made me work on reaching my credits through the Whey Academy learning system. I was able to manage my schedule 4 days a week, 3 hours of shop, a few hours of learning. It wasn't hard. For a while, this was an awesome schedule and was helping me further a lot of my skills. But then I felt the need to put these skills and start making money. I approached Junior with the idea and all he said was, give me a day or two and I'll see what I can do, and I waited. A couple of days later, he got me started through the Suburban Collection in Troy, and I was ecstatic. While working at Suburban, I met a man who changed the way I thought, the way about my talent. This man being John Bowden. I don't know if he's here. There he is. Thank you a lot. Alongside many of the techs and advisors that worked there, I was able to build confidence in not only the things I did, but also myself. So from there, my stability uprised and my schedule, although hectic, was on track for success. I came to school and did work in the shop. I worked on the computer where Miss Jody was on my butt constantly to get these credits. Then I went to work, worked my butt off there, came home and I laid down and I went to bed. And here I am today standing in front of all of you, nervous as heck. But the only reason I am standing up here is because I was pushed to reach my limits and face my fears. For that and all that came before, I am thankful to the amazing instructors, teachers, and online course that allowed me to do so. Thank you.
Starting the school year in September, we had about 3 seniors, and about 4 months after that, we gained 11 more. Happily gained 11 more because there was too many kids for me to take care of, and obviously too many for Jody and Junior. I'm a little nervous, so just give me a second. During my junior year, I met Junior at my old school, won't say no names. I found out that our auto shop school was closing, and me and my buddy Nick took the chance, and he told us about the school that was opening up, so we came here, and it was probably the best decision I could have ever made. With Junior's help, getting my foot in the door with the automotive industry wasn't hard at all. It was just a matter of taking the time, learning, and doing things the right way, and not how I usually did them, about half, you know what. Throughout the year, I learned just about everything that I needed to know to move forward with my life and the life that I wanted to live. With Whey Academy's online learning at your own pace, I had a better chance to learn more in the shop and get ready for my career. It was a good balance for me. I was able to finish with my high school diploma and learn a lot about my future career and make some great friends while I was at it. Like I said, I'm going to keep this one short. So in conclusion, I'd like to thank my family, my mom, Junior, Senior, Mr. Hart, Paul Pataki, Tom Tiganelli, for being great mentors and teaching me so much about life and cars. I'd also like to thank Miss Jody for making sure all of us stayed on track and graduated. I really learned a lot this year, and I can honestly say I'm glad I decided to spend my final year here at Whey Academy and Drive 1 Tech Center.
Our second graduate is Joseph Blanton. Congratulations, Joe. Our third graduate is Austin Dimmer. Congratulations, buddy. And our next graduate is Hannah Dowd. And next is Frank Frishkasi. Congratulations, buddy. And our next graduate is Benjamin Hogan. Oh, congratulations. And our next graduate is James Mahon.
Now you definitely can jump. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Jody.
Thank you, James. Okay. Our next graduate, who is actually our first graduate, is Alexis Panetta. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next graduate is Mitchell Spencer. Mitchell, congratulations, bud. Oh, sorry. A little crowded up here. Our next graduate is Kenneth Stadwick. Kenny. Congratulations, Barb. Proud of you. Our next graduate is Austin Stoy.
I know him good. Yeah, I know.
Congratulations. Our next graduate is Kenneth Thompson. Congratulations, Kenny. Our next graduate is Zarek Veers. Congratulations. And our final graduate is Braden West.
So I have the honor to present to you to the Whey Academy graduates of 2018. Graduates, after review of your transcripts, it has been determined that each of you has satisfied the requirements of the Michigan Merit State Curriculum as prescribed by Michigan. By the authority vested in me as the superintendent of Whey Academy, I now certify your completion. Graduates, take your tassels and move them. Congratulations and the best of luck.
So that concludes our ceremony. Please enjoy your hors d'oeuvres that we have here for you and congratulate your graduates. Congratulations, families.